Hello students, so we have already finished with the last chapter, that is the first chapter, that is rational and irrational numbers. In that chapter also the last thing what we completed is how to plot root 3 on the number line, that activity which was explained to you all, and then plotting root 3 on a number line. After that root 5 and root 7, to draw root 5 and root 7, that is reduced, that you don't have to study. Apart from that also what reduction is there, that I'll be explaining you all, that I'll mention you all actually while explaining the topics. Now we'll start with the new topic, that is parallel lines and transversal. So on your textbook on page number 7 you have that chapter 2, parallel lines and transversal. Now in this chapter also what has to be reduced, that I'll mention right now, so you keep your textbooks open. Yes, and the portion which is reduced will not be asked for exam, that is just for your self study, means in your future if there are any competitive exams which you are giving, for that it will be very useful. Otherwise for our exams this portion will not be asked. So just mention that, just make a note of the portion which is reduced, which you don't have to study for our exams. Yes, so in this chapter 2 on page number 9, if you go on page number 9, you have let's learn. Yes, that let's learn it starts from, and that full page till let's discuss, you have to reduce that, means that is cancelled, it is not there for our exam, but that is for self study. Next is on practice set. Turn to practice set 2.2 on page number 11. Over there example 5, that is reduced, so you don't have to study that, that is just for self study. Clear? Next is on the same page, that is page number 12, you have for more information that rectangular column. Just cancel that also, because even that is reduced. Clear to you all? After that on page number 13, see you have the methods. Two methods are mentioned which starts from page 12 itself, that is to draw a parallel line to a given line. In that method 1 we have in our portion, but method 2 which is on page number 13, yes, that is reduced from our syllabus. Yes, so you don't have to study method 2, only method 1 will be there. Is that clear to you all? So I have told all the part which is reduced, which is cancelled from chapter 2, that is parallel lines and transversal. So we will start with that topic right now, students. Yes, come on. Now in parallel lines and transversal, as you can see on the board over here, yes, first we will see what are the parallel lines. Yes, as you can see, line L and line N. I have drawn line L and line N. Clear? These lines which are in the same plane, which lie in the same plane, but which do not intersect each other. Yes, they are called as parallel lines. Yes, so here line L is parallel to line M, as I have written over here. In the how to write that the lines are parallel, that is line L is parallel to line N, should be written in this manner. So this is a symbol which indicates parallel. Clear? So after this we have the next concept, that is transversal. Now what is this transversal? When you have any two lines, yes, or any two given lines, in this case you have two given lines, that is line M and line N, and if another line, that is line L, yes, so a line which intersects two given lines in two distinct points, yes, then that line is called as the transversal of those two given lines. This is the definition of transversal. As you can see in this example, line L is the transversal of line M and line N, because it intersects these two lines in these two distinct points, that is point A and point B. Is that clear to you? Fine. Students, now we'll be studying with the next concept, that is angles made by a transversal. Yes, now here we'll be studying different angles. If you see these lines, two given lines, these are line PQ and line RS. Yes, and here line AD is the transversal. Yes, which intersects these two lines in points M and N. Clear? Now in this case, if you see, there are different angles made by this transversal on these two given lines. Yes, let's see how many angles are made by the transversal. If you see, this is one angle, second, third, fourth. Yes, then fifth, sixth, seven, eight. So total 8 angles are made by the transversal on any two lines. Yes, so we will be studying these angles. Now these angles are grouped into different pairs of angles. We will be studying which are those. The very first is the corresponding angles. Yes, so here how will we study the pairs of corresponding angles? Yes, so as per the definition, these corresponding angles, what are these corresponding angles? When the arms of the transversal in these pairs of angle, yes, when the arms of the transversal are in the same direction, yes, and another arms, yes, of these two given lines, yes, they are also on the same side, then they are called as corresponding angles. Now here we will see actually with an example. Here if you see angle AMP and angle MNR, it's one of the pair of corresponding angles. So angle AMP here and angle MNR. So this one and this. Yes, this is one of the pair of corresponding angle. Is that clear? If you see in this pair of corresponding angle, the arm of the transversal is on the same side and also the arm of the another arm of the angle is also on the same side. So if you see, yes, these angles are forming a corresponding pair. Clear? Another example. Yes, is angle PMN and angle RNT. If you see angle PMN, yes, this is this angle PMN and angle RNT, that is over here. So these angles form another pair of corresponding angles. Yes, if you see, they are on one side of the transversal. Here, and the next pair is angle AMQ and angle MNS. So here is angle AMQ and angle MNS. So this is the next pair of corresponding angle. Clear? Again on one side of the transversal, that pair. The last pair, that is angle QMN and angle SNT. This is angle QMN and angle SNT. This angle and this angle, they form a corresponding pair of angles. So total how many corresponding pairs of angles we have? Yes, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Is that clear? Fine. Students, now the second one is the interior angles. Okay, so corresponding angles we have just studied. Interior angles. What are these interior angles? As per the definition, yes, if the pair of angles are on the same side of the transversal but inside the given lines, then that pair is called a pair of interior angles. Yes. Now here if you see the interior angles pair, the first one is angle PMN and angle MNR. Yes. So here one of the pair, that is angle PMN and angle MNR, is one of the pair of interior angles. Yes. So here angle PMN and angle MNR. Here if you see, they are on this pair is on one side of the transversal, that is on the same side of the transversal, and inside these given two lines, that is inside the lines line PQ and line RS. So this is one of the pair of interior angles. Yes, which is mentioned here. The second one is angle QMN and angle MNS. Yes. So here it is. That is angle QMN and angle MNS. So another pair of interior angle is here. Yes, which fits the definition because it is inside the given two lines and on the same side of the transversal. Clear? So students, the third one over here, the third one we'll be studying, that is the alternate angles. Yes, the third pair of angles in this is the alternate angles. Now what are these alternate angles? Alternate angles are grouped again into two types. Interior alternate angles and exterior alternate angles. First we will study the general definition of alternate angles. Generally, alternate angles, yes, a pair of alternate angles, they are on the opposite sides of the transversal, and the arms of the transversal, they are generally in the opposite direction. Clear? And to define, now what are these interior alternate angles? Interior alternate angles are inside the given pair of lines. These are the lines which are given to us. That is line PQ and line RS. So if the angles are inside, they are in opposite direction, but if they are inside the given pair of lines, then they are called as interior alternate angles. And if the pair of angles, if they are outside, they are in opposite direction, but they are outside this given pair of lines, then they are called as exterior alternate angles. Yes. Step by step we will study over here now. In this case, in interior alternate angles, we have the first one as angle PMN and angle MNS. If you see here, angle PMN, which is this angle, yes, and angle MNS is this angle. Yes, generally they form an English alphabet Z. If you see this Z and the angles inside them, they form interior alternate angles. Yes, because they are on the opposite side of the transversal. Clear? So this is one of the pair of alternate angles, and the next pair will be angle QMN and angle RNN. So angle QMN is over here. Yes, that is this pair, that is this angle, and angle MNR, that is this angle. Yes, or angle R and N. So we have the same thing. So this is another pair of alternate angle. That is, since they are inside the given pair of lines, they are called as interior alternate angles. Clear? Next is exterior alternate angles. As I mentioned earlier, these angles which are on the outside of the given two lines. Yes. So these lines PQ and line RS are the given lines, and if they are outside and they are on the opposite side. So if you see here, angle AMP, yes, angle AMP and angle TNS, yes, they fall outside the given two lines and they are on the opposite sides. Clear? So that is another pair of, that is one of the pair of exterior alternate angles. Clear? The next pair of exterior alternate angle will be exactly in the opposite, okay, direction. That is angle AMQ. That is, this is the remaining pair, angle AMQ and angle RNT. Yes, this is another pair which I already have mentioned over here. Yes, so these are the two pairs of exterior alternate angles. I hope the pairs of alternate angles are also clear to you all. So students, now we will be starting with practice set 2.1, which is on your textbook page number 8. Yes, so just open your textbooks. On page number 8 we have practice set 2.1, and we will be solving this practice set based on the angles which I already explained you all. Yes, which are formed by two given lines and the transversal. By now you all are well versed with the different types of angles, the pairs of angles which are formed by these lines and the transversal. So let's see how we go about this, and I expect when we start with the practice that I expect that all the students must solve this as I am writing simultaneously in your notebooks. Clear? So the first question here is, in the adjoining figure, each angle is shown by a letter. Fill in the boxes with the help of the figure. Yes, and they have given the figure over there, so which I have already drawn on the board here. Yes, can you see that it's the same figure? Now, based on that, they have asked questions. We have to fill in these boxes. Clear? So, they have asked corresponding angles. So, from the pair, one of the angle is given. Here we have angle P. Yes? So, angle P is over here in the figure. So, for angle P, which is the another angle, so it forms a pair of corresponding angles. Yes, if you see angle P is over here. So, the pair of corresponding angle, yes, is angle, to form a pair of corresponding angle, we have angle W over here. So, angle P and angle W forms a pair of corresponding angles. Clear? Next, we have angle Q and dash. So, angle Q, for angle Q, we have angle X. Yes, because corresponding angles, they are on the same side of the transversal. And if you see the transversal, the arm, yes, they are in the same direction, and also the other arms are on the same side as per the definition of corresponding angle. So, for angle Q, we have angle X. Yes, so angle X. Next, for angle R, we have the corresponding angle Y. Yes, can you see this? So, angle Y. Next, the fourth one, they have asked about angle S. Yes, so angle S is over here. So, the corresponding angle will be angle Z. I hope this is very clear to you all. So, we have 4 pairs of corresponding angles from this figure. Yes, we have mentioned over here. Accordingly, we have filled those boxes. Next, they have asked about interior alternate angles. In interior alternate angles, they have asked angle S and dash. That's the 5th one in that practice set, 2.1. So, for angle S, which is the interior alternate angles. Now, remember the definition of interior alternate angles which I have explained you all. Yes, these interior alternate angles, they are on the opposite side of the 2 given lines, and they are inside the given lines. When you talk about interior alternate angles, they are inside the 2 given lines. These are the 2 given lines, and interior alternate angles are inside that, but they are on the opposite side. So, for angle S, we have exactly at the opposite is angle X. Yes, so for angle S, we have angle X. Yes, I hope that is clear. Next, for angle W, we have angle R. Here, because this is on the opposite sides of the transversal and inside the 2 given lines. So, this is another pair of interior alternate angles. So, that is angle W and angle R. Yes, I hope this practice set 2.1 is clear to you all. The first one mainly. Now, in that the second one, just observe the second question in your textbook. They have asked, observe the angles shown in the figure and write the following pair of angles. Yes, they have already given the figure. Yes, which is somewhat the same type. And they have asked you all to write the pairs of, first is interior alternate angles, corresponding angles and interior angles. Now, after explanation, or after explaining all these different angles, how they are grouped in different pairs along with the definitions, also we have solved one of the example, that is the first one from practice set. So, I expect that this second one from practice set 2.1, you all have to do as an assignment. Yes, so you all have to complete this yourself and keep it. So, whenever I ask, you have to show this assignment. Yes, so write this, complete this second one from practice set 2.1 as I explained you all, and then whenever it is asked, you have to show that. Yes, so we have finished with practice set 2.1. Clear? Now students, the next thing, let's study the properties of angles formed by 2 parallel lines and a transversal. Yes, so we know there are different angles. By now we are very well versed with that. Let us study the properties of these angles. Clear? Now we have the very first is the property of corresponding angles. Now, to study the properties of corresponding angle, the very first thing is each pair of corresponding angles which is formed by 2 parallel lines. Yes, which are formed by 2 parallel lines and the transversal are congruent to each other. So now you know there are 4 pairs of corresponding angles which are formed by two parallel lines, yes, and the transversal. So if the lines are parallel, then the angles, the corresponding angles formed by these two parallel lines and the transversal, they are congruent to each other. Clear? So we will see, I have already written these four pairs of congruent angles over here. So we have to write, the very first is angle AMP and angle MNR. Yes, so as per the property of corresponding angle, angle AMP is congruent to angle MNR. Yes, similarly the next one, angle PMN. Angle PMN and angle RNP. Yes, so this is another pair of corresponding angle. So this is also congruent to each other. Yes, because the lines are parallel. Clear? Next, the third one is angle AMQ. So angle AMQ and angle MNS. Yes, so this is another pair of corresponding angle. So they are also congruent to each other. Next, the fourth one is angle QMN and angle SNB. So this pair is also congruent to each other. So all these pairs, they are congruent to each other. This is the property of corresponding angles. Clear? Now students, the next is the property of alternate angles. Yes, in alternate angles we have interior alternate angles and we have exterior alternate angles. Yes, now each pair of alternate angles which are formed by two parallel lines, yes, and a transversal are congruent to each other. Just as we studied about the corresponding angles, each pair of alternate angles are also congruent to each other. Now we have interior alternate angles, and these are the pairs of interior alternate angles which you are already aware of. Now here in this figure, as per this figure, we have angle PMN, yes, this, and angle MNS. This is one of the pair of interior alternate angles. So as I said, the property is that they are congruent to each other. So I will write a congruent sign over here. So angle PMN is congruent to angle MNS. Clear? Next pair of interior alternate angle is angle QMN and angle MNR. So angle QMN, this is that angle, and angle MNR, this is that angle. So this pair of alternate angle is, they are also congruent to each other. Similarly, we have two pairs of exterior alternate angles which are also congruent to each other. So here we have angle AMP and angle SNB. Here, so angle AMP, this is one angle of the pair, and angle SNB. Yes, so this angle and this angle, they are exterior alternate angles which are written here. They are also congruent to each other. Next, angle AMQ, that is this angle, and exactly on the opposite side, yes, of other side of the transversal, we have angle RNB. So they are also congruent to each other. Yes, so the pairs of alternate angles, interior alternate angles and exterior alternate angles, are also congruent to each other if the lines are parallel, yes, and those angles which are formed by the transversal. I hope this is clear to you all. Now the next one, student, is the property of interior angles. Yes, as per the property of interior angles, the two interior angles, yes, which are formed by the two parallel lines and a transversal, is of supplementary angles. Yes, means when you add a pair of interior angles, this is one of the pair of interior angles which are formed by these two parallel lines. Yes, that is angle PMN and angle MNR. Yes, that is this and this two angles. So they are supplementary to each other. Means major angle PMN plus major angle MNR is equal to 180 degree. Yes, this is the property of interior angles. So another pair also, like we have another pair of interior angles, that is angle QMN QMN, that is this one and this one, that is angle MNS. Yes, so angle QMN and angle MNS. This and this one is a pair of interior angles. So a property of as per the property of interior angles, because they are supplementary, we'll write major angle QMN plus major angle MNS is equal to 180 degree. Yes, this is a property of interior angles which are formed by two parallel lines and a transversal.